on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Third and short, Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second and a yard. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. He is in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Williams. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Third and 6. Play action now for Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he will get into the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The point after now from Tucker. He's got it, and the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nakua open. He's got it. They lost him. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Here's 2nd and 6. Cup in motion. 2nd down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He's got it at the 3.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will power his way into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far, they've come out hot in this one.
He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Jackson up top again. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Rams offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
One final throw before the break. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Rams offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Cup in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, L.A.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That's to Higbee, the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Second down, Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A give right up the middle to Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Now Lamar, gonna hang on to it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. How's that for a big decision paying off? A gain of 28 yards on 4th down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are out to a 21-10 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. The catch made by Nakua. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play, and he came through there with a big first.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Stafford now on 2nd down. Going right back to Nakua, complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll drop to throw. Kupp brings it in left side. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this out to the left flat. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Stafford to throw again. He'll get this out wide.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
To the air again, Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown, LA.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Big spot for the Rams as they'll try to add a 2-point conversion now. Williams, and he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful, and game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So the deficit cut from 11 down to a field goal, as now they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right, but they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.